To President George W. Bush, columnist for USA Today and CNN political commentator. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Good morning.
All right. This is the segment in which I have to use first and last name. Scott Jennings, you are first. Marjorie Taylor Greene, should she be expelled, censured, committee appointments revoked? What's your view?
Well, I first of all just want to say I totally reject everything she has said that's come out. I mean, it's crazy. To call it crazy is not even adequate. I mean, it's dangerous. And so this is not the kind of person that you want to be the face of the Republican Party. And so I hope Leader McCarthy, when he speaks to her next week, makes that clear. They've done this once before. They did it with Steve King, and they stripped him of his committees. So I don't know ultimately, Victor, what the right punishment or the right confrontation is. I just know that you have to pick something that makes it clear that this person and the views that they have espoused is not representative of the larger party. Because if this person becomes, you know, your face of the party, it totally destroys anything else you're trying to do from a, a policy perspective, and it will just eat the party alive. So I really hope they take a firm hand with this, and I'm waiting to see if they do.
Scott Jennings, this is not an original question, I'll admit, but it's still relevant as the negotiations on how to pare this bill down continue. One of the lessons of the Great Recession was that the rescue package in 2009 was not robust enough. It was not big enough, and therefore the recovery was elongated and it was slow, and that is something that Janet Yellen, especially in the Oval Office this week, said that it has to be big. Is that not applicable to this as Republicans try to cut back on the spending?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of issues at play here. First of all, we had 4% growth in the last quarter, and I think as the vaccine rolls out this year, the economy is bound to get better as the vaccine, protects us all from coronavirus.
But you also had a 3.5% contraction over the year, didn't you?
Over the year, yes, but I mean, look what happened at the end of the year in the third and fourth quarter. I mean, you had growth. I know it was slower in the fourth quarter, but we're not even in a recession right now. I mean, you want to compare it to the Great Recession, we're not even in a regular recession.
Still got millions of people who are unemployed or underemployed, but go ahead. I'll stop interrupting. Let me finish your point.
Sure. I think there's a couple of things Republicans are asking. Number one, we just spent $900 billion. Most of that hasn't even landed in America yet, wherever it was supposed to go. Number two, I do think they want to work with the Biden administration on coronavirus vaccine distribution. And so that specific part of it, I think Republicans would love to spend whatever it takes to get the vaccine out into the communities as fast as possible. But there are other things in this stimulus package that Republicans just don't see as germane to the overall issues of coronavirus and vaccine distribution, and they don't want to do it. And so I think if Democrats go down this road of reconciliation, which they obviously can, it's going to be a direct opposition to what Joe Biden's message was, which was, we need unity in this country. We need to work together. Well, that's the opposite of that, and I think that could be a political problem for him moving forward. So I hope they find a way to split out the things they agree on and do that, and then leave the other more contentious, non-germane issues for further debate.
Scott Bolden, let me wrap